What's up, everybody? Welcome to What's in Your Bag. And we are with Tim Wallace, who is a very busy man, and we caught him for a glimpse of his crazy schedule to talk about extraordinary cars that he gets to take pictures of all day long. I mean, that's rough. That's a rough job to hang out with like Bentleys. And
can I be honest?
Yeah.
I spend so much time shooting these cars. They're just a product to me, and I get immune to it. So when people say like, "Wow, you're so lucky to have that car," it's like if you worked with expensive jewellery all day long, you sort of get immune to it. Yeah.
Well,
you get immune to it.
You know what? I'm still gonna say that it's a pretty cool job you got there. It's pretty cool, but that's really it's not bad. That's right. Well, and you also do very expensive watches and just
started doing some watches, done yachts. So it's sort of the prestige end of the transport market in a way.
Wow.
Watches are very, the other thing with watches is that watches are very tied into the automotive sometimes.
Yes.
They're tied into racing, and they're
Yes.
tied into that masculine, fast, powerful.
Sexy, masculine.
Yeah, exactly. So a watch that's $10,000, it'll be tied into like an image of a Ferrari, so that's where it's blended into me, so that's
Interesting.
something.
Well, and you take these amazing, sexy objects and you're supposed to portray them in a very artistic, beautiful way. So let's talk about the gear. Let's talk geek talk for a second, okay? Let's talk about the gear. When you, gosh, I wouldn't even know where to start if I were to take a picture of a ginormous yacht, or, you know, you kind of go back and forth from little watches to large yachts.
I think the thing with me is that I don't have a studio. I don't shoot cars in studios. I don't think they belong in studios. It's a waste of time having a studio because when I leave Vegas in a few days' time, I go back to the UK, I'm shooting an advert for Jaguar, which is going to be in the UK, then I'm out of the UK, then there's a possibility I need to be in Dubai. It's pointless me having a studio because I go to where things are.
Yeah.
The second thing is that means I work from home, which you've got to be quite disciplined.
Sure.
So I had a house built, quite a large 5-bedroom house with an office on the edge of this forest, which is in the north of England. It's very nice.
Oh.
But I have an equipment room. Now, 2 confessions. Number 1, I'm the least technical photographer you'll ever meet.
Really?
I don't care what the firmware is in my camera. I really don't care. I don't care about anything. All I care is about the quality of the equipment I use to get the image. And it's funny that this morning I was doing a Photoshop thing, and I totally went on a tangent when I was talking, which is very common for me to mention. And I said, do you know what? The 2 things you need to do, number 1, calibrate your monitor, because I've never heard that mentioned by anybody.
Right.
And number 2, don't buy really expensive cameras and buy really bad, cheap lenses. Put all your money into the lens, because that's the thing between there and the image.
Yeah.
So I'm not a very technical photographer, but I have an equipment room at home, and it's probably not, I don't know, people have gone into it. A few people have gone, this is amazing, this is like an Aladdin's cave.
Really?
But it's just shelves of what I need. There's a lot of boring stuff, there's a lot of clips, there's a lot of rope, there's a lot of things to connect things to other things.
Sure.
There's lots of stands for lights. There's lots of stuff that you can't buy that I need, that I've ended up getting people to make for me, engineering companies to make for me. Then there's rows of DSLR stuff, lenses, triggers, radio stuff. Then there's medium format stuff. Because when I do a shoot, I can't say that I'm going to take my case. It's like I use Pele cases because I think they're really good for me. They're quite hard wearing and they can fly well and they protect. But I have 8 Pele cases, 8 big Pele cases. 3 of them are for camera equipment and the rest are for lights, apart from 1 which is for clips and ropes.
Sure. So
and if I do a shoot, it's like I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that, and I pack that case, and I need that, and I need that, and that, pack that case, do the shoot, come back, unpack everything, clean it, charge it, back on the shelf, because tomorrow I might need something off that shelf.
Right.
And I'm not using this today.
So do your pals just come in and drool? I'm sure it's just a big...
Not many people get to see it, because nobody that lives near me. Where I live, it's quite, there's really just the squirrels and me. And there's some badgers.
And badgers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, so funny. And what's hard is that...
But I don't advertise because the equipment that's in the house is probably worth nearly as much as the house. Wow. I don't advertise the fact.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to tell where your address is then.
No.
Where can people find your work, Tim?
They can find my work on, we have my own business site, which is www.ambientlife, ambientlife.co.uk.
Ambientlife.com. Okay.
Any confusion, it sounds really presumptuous, but just put my name in Google and find me really easily.
Okay. Perfect. Are you on Twitter? Are you active on social media?
I've got Twitter. Twitter is ambient_life.
Okay.
Facebook, again, just put my name in and find me really easily.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's it. And we've got 9 classes, I think, on Kelby 1, which always do quite well.
Yes.
So.
Well, if you don't have the huge warehouse that someone like Tim has with a plethora of gear, you can always go to different places like lensrentals.com to rent gear and kind of try out these different things. You know, Tim mentioned the Fuji and the Hasselblad, and I would definitely check out lensrentals.com, but in the meantime, definitely check out Tim's work. He's a very brilliant photographer. Follow him. And definitely check out his Kelby One things. He's got some good stuff on there too. Thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure.
Really appreciate it.